What up, what up? H2MI Cherian, owner and founder of HipHopDX. Of course, follow us on HipHopDX.com on all your social feeds, Instagram, YouTube. Justin just dropped an amazing breakdown this morning, talking about Jay-Z, Nipsey Hussle, and the art of the deal, kind of in the thread of the stuff that we talk about as well. You want to jump into our Twitter and our Facebook, all at HipHopDX.com. We put different types of content on each places, and of course, as always, go to HipHopDX.com. So, it's Saturday morning, so that means it's Finance Fridays on Saturday morning. First thing I want to talk to you about is I've been hearing a lot from the people that I talk to on a weekly basis, and this is actually something, if you want to DM me, I'm happy to take 30 minutes either on Tuesdays or Thursdays just to talk to you about what you got going on in your business and how you're trying to build your hip-hop, your space in the hip-hop world. Love to break it down. So I talked to one guy out of Philly, and I'll maybe throw his name in the down and below. And one of the things he was really talking about, which I find is an interesting theme that I hear from a lot of people, is that he was saying, Philly just doesn't understand, the grind, or doesn't understand how to build. And I really want to get that concept or that fallacy out the window, and I didn't necessarily say this directly to them, but there's this concept that you're going to say, like, my city, my place that I come from doesn't actually help you grow, and people aren't forward thinking. Well, you may be correct. Some cities are slower to grow than others, and of course New York and LA are at the forefront of fashion, or LA definitely for all health trends, and many other things. I mean, music is being created in both marketplaces because the businesses are there. But let's just understand right off the bat that just because some of these cities are a little slower to catch on to trends or develop doesn't make them a place where you can start out. And the best example is, I'm going to use myself. I started from a city called Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. Look it up on a map. I'd love to throw a map in here. I don't have the skills yet from a video production standpoint to do that. If you do, hit me up and you're really interested in helping out, let's do this. Look it up. It is right above Minnesota, North Dakota border, 1 hour north into Canada. Prairies as far as the eye can see, 600,000 to 700,000 people, and trust me, it is slower there than anything you can imagine, and I still built a hip-hop website from that city. So, Philly, the one thing I really want you to first understand is that when you go into a market that has more trend-setting concept, people, or stores, or restaurants, or other things, well, first thing is you have more competition. So you need to really understand that there's going to be a lot more people trying to get that same bread, trying to develop those same relationships that you have. So you got competition when you're in a bigger market. So that's going to be one of the themes for this quick conversation. The second one, money. I don't have enough resources. Well, I started HipHopDX. Well, I launched HipHopDX on about $150 for the domain name and the hosting. The next thing I did was I flew to Toronto and I met with the record labels in Toronto, and I sold them on buying advertising on the site. So that trip cost me about $800. So altogether, in the first month and a half of launching DX, I was in the whole $800. Most of you guys, I'm pretty sure, if you guys worked really hard and saved, can put together $800. And that might not be what you need to actually build your career, but I just want you to understand that in a small market, I was able to start a website which brings in way more now than $800. And just to give you an idea, I mean, we have about 10 people on staff. So it's very doable, and the only real limitations are in your head at the end of the day. So those are the two things there's two important points I want to get across to you today, is that if you're in a bigger market and you say your market is too small, it doesn't understand you, you might have to move eventually, but there's a lot you can do in that market. And understand, when you get to a bigger market, there's more competition. There's more people vying for those dollars, vying for the attention. And 2, you can start with nothing. HipHopDX started with 0, and then I saved up my money from my summer job to put $800 into for me to fly to New York and start building relationships with the record labels. And that was it. Thank you, guys. This is another Finance Fridays on Saturday mornings. You could, of course, follow me at Mr. Cherian, MrCherian, Twitter, Instagram, and I hope to talk to you guys soon, guys. See you soon.